Josh Hennig back here on 97.3 ESPN. And I got an affinity for South Jersey boxing. We've been talking about it for years now here on 97.3 ESPN. And you might recognize the two names of the two guys who are joining me right now. You might have heard the one guy I mentioned before at different events, but the other name is familiar for a different reason. Let's talk about Sisco Rodriguez, Christian Figueroa. They are a part of the jam-packed boxing event November 22nd, Edis Arena, inside Hard Rock. Christian, Sisco, how you guys doing today?
Doing
Great. I
great,
feel
man.
amazing.
So let's start with you, Christian. Christian Figueroa, obviously, your last name is synonymous with your brother. People know who your brother is. So for you, what does it say to you that you're making your pro debut in the same month that your brother just a week or two ago was defending his NABF belt?
First, shout out to Justin, man. 14-0. He's handling his business. Yeah, I'm ready to lock in to get this first dub, man, and just let's push forward. I'm embracing the moment and I'm ready to lock in. I'm happy.
Of course, Cisco Rodriguez, you've heard of him over the years here in South Jersey. But I think the biggest part of your story, Cisco, is that there's not a huge age difference between you and Christian. You're very young yourself. So talk about, for you being such a young fighter, already 7-0 going into the event on the 22nd.
Well, coming at 21 years old, I still have a lot of experience. I started boxing since I was eight years old. Christian was there. He was there for my first fight too. We trained together.
Yes, sir.
We came up together, him and his brother. So we learned a lot. We learned a lot. And I'm just ready to put on a great show.
You talk about how you guys came up together. Let's touch on that for a minute because I think that's an important part of it, the connectivity among fighters in South Jersey. Cisco, go first. Talk about, I jokingly about you that everyone knows Cisco Rodriguez, but it's not just because of, people know who you are. It's because of, like you said, there's like an ecosystem down here with a lot of you guys.
So it's just we're a big team. So Atlantic City is a big team. So we all support each other. We all come out and support each other when we fighting. When it's training need to be involved, we there, and we always supporting each other 100% with boxing or with anything we need in life. So we always there for each other. So it's like a big family.
Christian, talk about, what having that support network means for you now that you're becoming a pro.
Yeah. Listen, I grew up in Atlantic City. I went to school out here, went to Atlantic City High. Man, I all over Chelsea Heights, from West Side, Uptown, everywhere, man. And the support is real. It's it's just not it's an AC thing. It's most definitely AC love, man. We just want to spread it, So we're gonna do it with the performance, for sure. But yeah, me and Cisco come from the sandbox, man. It's crazy.
Talking with Christian Figueroa and Cisco Rodriguez. They will both be fighting separately, by the way, not each other, on Edis Arena, Atlantic City's Hard Rock. That's November 22nd. Of course, tickets are on sale now. And of course, you can hit up those guys to get your tickets, support the local fighters, support what they're doing. Christian, for you, obviously, being the brother of someone who's as famous as Justin is right now, is there a part of you that's kind of like, how much do you enjoy that versus how much of that does that challenge you?
That's my inspiration. I remember, I just remember just watching my brother as an amateur and just seeing how much he came up, just over the years, and us growing up on this together because my our dad taught us how to box originally. And it's like seeing him, he's 14-0 now, and I just remember his first pro debut like yesterday. So it's a big inspiration for me. And I'm just ready to put on with my brother, man. Figueroa team for sure. AC.
Cisco, you mentioned earlier about, all the AC fighters, right? And, my mind goes to so many different people. And it's just, is there someone that stands out to you that's kind of been a part of your growth and your development so early in the game for you?
We got a big group, man. Justin, of course. I see him every day training. You got Chicky Thing, my man, right here, man. It's just it's so much you can't. It's so much talent in Atlantic City. You can't measure the talent in Atlantic City. Like we a fighting city for real.
You mentioned that's a fighting city, of course, for those, who might be too young to remember, but Atlantic City in boxing dates back, 40, 50 years. So there's a lineage in the city that dates way back. Do you guys ever think about that? Like, you're, for lack of a better term, you're standing on the shoulders, right? You're standing on the shoulders of people who have come before.
We making history. What Roberto Duran fought out here, Hearns fought Tyson, all the big greats. So it's like, it's our turn as a generation to put on for the city and have some great fighters. And that's what we're doing. We're going showing out.
Every- e- Also, I would like to add too. We train at a somebody that came from the start, just like us, Lavander Johnson. He became a world champ too. So we got a lot of people to look up to and a lot of inspiration and motivation to become better. You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned about becoming better. Cisco, I know when I first met you a couple of years ago, you already had, the skills, right? You already were, but you were refining them, you were developing them. For people who may not have seen you, you've been obviously fighting all over the place, Atlantic City, Philadelphia. What has been the biggest evolution for you since you first got started?
I learned what I the biggest evolution is where I learned the most is the team combat league. I learned a lot there. Traveling different spots, getting comfortable with different people, and just like the people I've been training with become a team too. This is one big team. Is just a different look in boxing and more experience, and it developed me, had me more calm, and just it took me to a different level.
For you, Christian, when you look at, what everybody else is doing, what do you think is going to end up setting you apart?
Man, I got the skills. I got the skills. I'm prepared for it, and I got the experience. So listen, you're fighting at the end of the day. You can't play boxing, and I'm gonna protect myself. And I'm gonna come out to fight.
And of course, Christian Figueroa's pro debut, Cisco Rodriguez, 7-0, both in action at this arena, Hard Rock in Atlantic City, Saturday, November 27th. We'll get to how folks can contact you guys about getting tickets in just a minute. Big picture for you guys, this has been a very, very busy month for South Jersey boxing. Obviously, Justin defending his belt. Bruce Sullivan Jr. was on the card over at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. You had Leah Lewandowski, a rising women's fighter, fighting in Atlantic City. And you had the return of Josh Popper to South Jersey. When you guys look around, is there kind of a part of you sometimes that, like, it's almost like you see the other people out there, and Cisco, I'll start with you, then Christian, you could jump in. You see the other folks fighting, and you're like, yeah, this is where I belong. This is exactly where I belong.
Yes, for sure. This is where I came up, and this is where I'm gonna end off my career for sure. Bring my people together. We all come up together and become a champ in this city. I want to become a champ in this city. We got a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration, and a lot of people doing what they doing, and just up from here. Just up from here.
It's very exciting. When you're in the room and you're watching these fights, it gets intense. And if you belong there, you belong in there. If you reflect off that and you see yourself there, that inspired you. And that inspired me just watching my brother fight and getting these main events and working his way up. And listen, it's an energy thing for sure.
All right, so I'm going to give each of you an opportunity to kind of, pick where you want to go with this. So I want each of you to take a turn. We'll go Christian, you first, and then Cisco. I want each of you to tell the audience something about the other that maybe people don't know about them, but something they should know about. So, Christian, tell the folks something about Cisco that they should know, but they maybe don't know.
Man, that boy can eat. He can eat, man. Oh
Oh,
man.
okay. I got something for him.
Pictures from when we fought on the same bout together when we was throwing an amateur event at the Powell. But he was a chunky boy when he started out, man. But yeah, that boy could fight, man. He gets very aggressive. But yeah, that boy can eat. We know that.
I got
Cisco?
I got something for you, man. You talk about eat, bro. You talk about eat. He used to hide pizza in the back of the trunk and stuff before going sparring and stuff, like trying to hide from the trainer, like what he was eating and stuff. From Patrick Perez, he was trying to hide from him what he be eating. You know, he could eat. He could eat. And he a banger, man. That boy right there, like coming out, just new into the sport. So watching him spar, banger, like a banger. Heavy hands, sharp, and he got that will in him, man. He got that dog in him.
All
Thank you,
right,
bro. I
so
appreciate it.
all right,
Sure.
yeah, very nice, very nice end there by Sisco there to kind of clean it up at the end. But I'm not gonna let that food part go away. So when the
Oh,
fights are done and you both win on Saturday, November 22nd, when you're leaving Edis Arena, go-to food after the fight is what? Sisco, go.
Pizza King. Pizza King, my favorite spot. Pizza King. I
South,
eat
man,
everything.
Southside Pizza.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that too. That
Southside
too, that too.
Pizza. Shout
You're
out
right, you're
spot
right, you're right, you're right.
Buffalo. I'm telling you. Listen, there's nothing else to
Buffalo
eat.
chicken, the buffalo chicken pizza. You're right. You're right, guys.
So it's pizza, no matter what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Again, it's Saturday, November 22nd, Edis Arena inside Hard Rock in Atlantic City. Sisco Rodriguez, Christian Figueroa. Each of you take a minute. Christian, plug your socials. People can contact you about tickets. And then Sisco, your turn.
Y'all can link me up Instagram Spazio. The first letter is a 5, so it's the number 5 Pazzio Spazio. You can follow me, hit me up for tickets, and show some love, man.
You can hit me up on Instagram, Sisco Kid _ with double D. And you can also contact this number 609-470-6608 for tickets. It's
And
gonna be a
again,
great night.
absolutely. Of course, Sisco Rodriguez, 7-0. Christian Figueroa making his pro debut again, November 22nd. Contact them for your tickets. Support your local fighters. Guys, appreciate you jumping on with me today.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man.